Today is about the Libras. There's a lot of stereotypes about Libras in general, but the most common stereotype is that they're liars, cheaters, and they flirt too much. But I'm gonna get into the real about them today. Hi, my name is Disney Inez, and we're back with another part of my series. Let's learn about astrology. And today's part is about the Libra, which is the air sign that is ruled by Venus, and they're also cardinal. They're also a cardinal sign. So let's get into the tea for real. So the main thing about Libras is that they're balanced. They love balance. Their main thing is balance. That's why their whole thing is like scales. When it comes to any situation, they just want to be the peacemaker. They want to be the one who kind of calms the situation down. They want to be the one to make sure that everybody is heard and everybody is understood in that situation. And this may lead them to be very people pleasing and very like people. I'll say like people can classify it as fake, but I'm gonna break that down a little bit more. So, being that this sign always wants balance, they're going to try to get everybody's side and try to diffuse the situation every single time. So, you might see them talking about somebody or whatever, or talking to you about the situation and agreeing with you on a situation, and then they'll go talk to somebody else and they're agreeing with them on a situation. It's only because they want to diffuse everything. And usually it's to get like both sides so they can come back to the other person and try to find a middle ground. As far as them being flirty a lot of the times, I think that they just do that because they are very charming individuals and they're very attractive. And usually they use their looks to their advantage. There are people who use their looks to an advantage, but I feel like a lot of times that's the only thing that people sees about them instead of actually getting to know them, because they're actually very, very smart individuals. They might come off as flirtatious even if they're not flirting with you, just because of how kind they are and how charming they are, like I just said. Now, these are people who do care about their outfits. They do care about their looks. Do not get me wrong and do not misconstrue what I'm saying, because like I just told you, they do use it to their advantage. And they take the fact that people underestimate them and use it to their advantage. Like, they take the fact that people only think that they're cute faces and use it to their advantage. Like, for example, if you just think somebody is cute, you're not going to think that they're smart or they're strategically doing anything. But most times, a Libra is being very strategic and they're very, very calculated. As far as them being liars, a lot of times the reason that they do lie, not saying that they don't lie, because they do be lying, but a lot of times that they do lie is because they're trying to protect somebody's feelings, because like I told y'all, they do have a tendency to people please to the point of destruction. Now, what I can say, they are very sneaky, because like I just told y'all, people do underestimate them. So as long as you know how smart they are, and as long as you know that they are people with actual brains and actual personalities, most times they will respect you more and try not to move like that. But if you underestimate them and think that they're dumb, they're going to show you how they're not dumb. You know what I mean? Like, these people are very focused, very career driven individuals. Now, you may see them getting careers with fashion or getting careers with helping people, such as therapy, such as being like a mediator. Like, they're that type of energy. Like, they want to help. Now, this is why it's kind of risky for them to be in relationships, because they have a tendency to put the person that they're with like above them and on a pedestal, so that it can always be peace and harmony in the relationship. So you'll see this with a lot of people in media, and they don't know how to put their foot down or set those boundaries or even stand up for themselves, because they're too busy trying to keep the peace instead of doing what they need or want to get what they want out of the situation. Like, they'll rather keep the peace. Now, don't get me wrong, there's always two sides to the scale. So if you do push them to that point, they will explode. They will get mad. They will stand up for themselves. But if you haven't did anything to push them to that point, they will continue to make excuses for you, continue to people please on you. Like, they will continue to just put you above them. Like, they don't care. As long as you're not like blatantly disrespecting them or blatantly like trying to hurt them, then they will like keep making excuses for you. As far as the cheating, I can't debunk that. Y'all. I really can't. But I do think that their cheating is more of a balance thing, because it's like, what type of person would I be if I let you cheat on me and I don't cheat on you? Like I just said, when it's like comes to like blatant disrespect, they will get their league back. Like, they will. Unless they feel like, oh, I'm just not that type of person to do that. But even then, they won't even leave. So they'll just be like suffering in silence, kind of, in a way. These are people who love love. Like, they love the idea of being in love. They love like being loved on. They love it. Like, it just makes them feel good. As far as like healed Libras, they have learned the importance of being alone and not feeling like somebody has to define their self-worth for them. Not feeling like they have to be with somebody to feel loved. Not feeling like they have to be consumed in a relationship to feel useful or feel like they're doing something with their life. They understand the importance of boundaries and standing on it. They understand the importance of letting people go. The reason I even say this is because if we're getting into like cheating or lying, um, instead of being in a relationship and cheating, you can just leave and be alone. But a lot of them do have like this fear of being alone, and they do have like this energy of like codependency in a way, feeling like they need somebody to talk to or feeling like they need somebody around them just to feel whole or feel complete, instead of finding that oneness within themselves, if that makes sense. As far as friendships go, they're really, really good friends. They keep it real. They don't necessarily try to protect their feelings in that sense, because they know that them telling you this will help you become a better version of yourself, if that makes sense. Very, very good friends. Very good friends. They will go to war. They will go to war for anybody that they love, anybody that they care about. But before they go to war, they'll probably try to mediate the situation. Like, I'm not gonna lie, they probably will. But if it really comes down to it, whoever they have more loyalty to in that situation, they will pop for. Yeah, they will. Absolutely. Now, these are people who can stand on their own, of course. Their own 2 feet, are strong by themselves and may thrive by themselves. It's just a matter of them believing at themselves that will make the difference, because people can sit up there and tell them that all day. But the moment that they decide that they're better alone or stronger alone is the moment that they will always succeed. The moment that they decide that they don't need to be a peacemaker to be useful is the moment that they will succeed. The moment that they decide that they don't need to people please, or they don't need to put someone else's needs before them to be loved, is the moment that they will succeed. And I'm not saying that there's not healed Libras and stuff like that, but like most of the ones I have met have been unhealed, and they do have this problem amongst them. So they're also very self-aware of what they're doing and how they're doing it, how they're moving. They just will choose to live in a delusional and live in a delusional land, live in fantasy land, just because it's what they really, really want. And like, it's not a bad thing, but it can be a good and bad thing. So that's the whole thing with Libras. My take, my opinion, my point of view. And thank you for watching. Toodles.